In a previous movie, I showed you the custom front page template and how it has separate widgetized areas, or sidebars, than the regular page templates. In the widgets area, you can actually see it in the back end. You have the main sidebar, which is what appears on posts and regular pages. And then you have this first front page widget area and second front page widget area that only appear under the custom page template when that template is being used. Thanks to the WordPress template hierarchy, we can make custom templates to suit pretty much any need. This includes making custom header, sidebar, and footer templates that appear only when we want them to. In the 2012 theme, we already see one such custom template, which is the one that kicks in this first front page widget area and second front page widget area. Let's take a look at that template. If you look at the 2012 theme, and we'll scroll down to the bottom here, you'll see we have two templates. We have sidebar and sidebar-front. If you look at sidebar, you see all it does is call the sidebar number 1, which is the main sidebar. If we look at sidebar-front, you'll see the same thing happens, except here we're calling sidebar-2 and sidebar-3. These correspond with these first front page widget area and second front page widget areas. But where do they come from? Well, if you look at the page template and we scroll all the way to the bottom, you'll see here it says get sidebar. This is the general call that calls the sidebar.php page. It's the same type of call you use to call the footer.php file, get footer, and also the header.php file, get header. But if you go back to 2012 and go into page templates, the folder, and open the front page custom page template, you'll see that instead of just calling get sidebar, we are adding a variable, front. This tells WordPress that instead of calling sidebar.php, you should be calling sidebar-front.php. So that's how the custom sidebar kicks in a custom page template. Now you have a clear idea of the naming structure and how this works, and it's actually really simple. If you want to create a custom header, footer, or sidebar at any point in your site, all you do is you create a custom file called header dash and then give it the name that you want to use. And then to call it, you simply go get_header and then define that same name. The same goes for sidebar and footer as well. This is what actually happens. If we use the regular page.php template, we have the function call get_header that calls the header.php template. However, if we decided to create a custom header file that we only wanted to appear in our no title page template, we would add get_header parenthesis custom in our function, and that would call the header-custom PHP file instead. The same exact technique applies to sidebar.php and footer.php as well. By utilizing the built-in functionality of the template hierarchy, you can create custom layouts and content displays on pretty much any page on your site. This allows you to add and subtract content in areas like the header, sidebar, and footer, depending on what page, post, or index the visitor lands on, and that can in turn be used to give the visitor a more meaningful and informational experience when visiting your site.